Hi guys, welcome to the channel again. Today we're going to be having a conversation around Mr. Nice Guy and how you can start being a nice guy. Here are 4 fundamental things you have to do to start being the nice guy. So, number 1 thing you must do is to practice self-care. This can make all the difference in terms of you being a nice guy to a woman. Someone's gonna ask me, like, what is the correlation between self-care and, hey, look, like the way you behave right now, the expressions and the attitude, the personality, the charisma, whatever it is that you're showing right now to anyone around you is a reflection of yourself. It's a reflection of what you think of yourself. If you're being nice to someone, you're essentially seeking their validation. You're seeking their acceptance. You're seeking for them to like you. That's why you're being nice. That's why you're doing a little too much. Okay, so but if you're practicing self-care, if you're investing in your being, in your spirit, in your mental health, if you're investing in your body, if you're going to the gym, paying attention to your mental health, making sure you're managing stress properly, these things will boost your own self-confidence and essentially translate in the way you relate with women, in the way you relate with other people even. When we don't practice self-care, we are literally saying to ourselves that we're not worth it. That, other people, or like, that girl is just, she's better than us, or she's like, more valuable than I am. So pay attention to yourself, and this is gonna raise your confidence, and you'll find that you are drastically seeking less and less validation from any woman. You're drastically seeking less and less acceptance from people because you're building your own confidence. You're going to the gym, you're toning up, you're building your mind, you're reading books, you're investing in your health, you're investing in your body. These things are crucial for anyone, especially if you're a man. Guys, one huge way you can stop being a nice guy is by setting boundaries. You must set boundaries with women. Do not let anyone take you for granted or speak to you however they want. I'm not saying retaliate or start fighting, no, but you must set boundaries, because what this does is it essentially protects your mind. It essentially protects your being. It protects your spirit. Okay, you are saying how far you can go, how far you can take something, how far you can go for anything. You're setting those boundaries because you know yourself, you know your limits, you know what you accept, you know what you don't accept. And you must set that boundary. They must know definitively how you feel, what you want, what you expect. If you don't set those boundaries, these ladies are going to ride on you. These ladies are going to take you for granted. These ladies are not going to listen to you. They will think you pass on for anything. You're just good with anything. They will think you just go with the flow. But you don't want to go with the flow. You're not that guy who wants to go with the flow. You must set boundaries as a man, because boundaries are meant to protect you. Boundaries are meant to protect your mind. Boundaries are meant to protect your spirit. Boundaries are meant to protect your heart. If you tell her, look, I don't want you at my place, I don't want you coming to my place unexpected or showing up here without telling me, set that boundary. Let her know, look, I don't like surprises. If you want to see me, make sure you tell me. Make sure we arrange when we meet. You don't just show up anytime. If they do that once, twice, just cut it off. This person does not respect your boundaries. Okay? Anyone who respects your boundaries will listen to you. You have to set boundaries, gentlemen. Otherwise, women will read things differently. They're going to read your message differently. They're going to see whatever you're saying. If you're coming like this, if you're saying one thing today, you're saying another thing tomorrow, if you're not consistent with the message you're passing to them, if you're saying like different things at different points, they mix all these messages up and they come up with their own understanding of what you're saying. And guess what that understanding is their own understanding. It's what they want. It's what their heart wants. It's what their heart is longing for that they will come up with. It's what they feel comfortable that they will come up with. But you have to set those boundaries. Stop being a nice guy by communicating openly and honestly. Whatever kind of relationship you have with your girlfriend, you're seeking something with someone else, you're trying to start a new relationship, whatever that's like, you must communicate openly. You must say how you feel. You must say how you feel about something, okay? Because being yourself, there's nothing much greater than that, okay? How you also set those boundaries is by communicating, obviously, but communicating openly and honestly is a way for you to also stop being the nice guy. These are the fundamentals. I could tell you a lot of things. I could be like, oh, stop opening doors for her and treating her like a queen and validating her emotions by always calling her and saying, how are you, all that stuff. I'm coming from this perspective of you first. What you put in yourself is what you're going to give out. What you invest in yourself is what you're going to show to people. Whatever you put inside you is what's going to show, is what's going to radiate to other people. It's a reflection, okay, of what's already inside you. So if you can communicate properly, even with yourself, if you can tell yourself, look, like, this is what I want, this is what I expect, this is how I feel about something, and you're communicating that to the next person, to that girl, honestly and openly, you're already on the way forward. You're already on the good path, bro. Like, I'm encouraging you to make sure you communicate openly and honestly. Communicate clearly to a woman. Just say exactly the way it is and what you want. Many women they will want to hear something else from you. They will want to believe something else. Okay, you must make sure you are hitting the hammer on the nail. Okay, so the last tip here is to make sure you stand up for yourself. In any situation you find yourself, make sure you stand up for yourself. Life is literally like a chain that just like connected. Okay, so assuming you're at work and someone is always talking down on you, or even your manager is always talking down on you or saying something about you that you just don't like, or just, often you find that a colleague talks at your back, or you find that your family is just like, they say things behind you or anything like that. Look, like, you have to stand up for yourself, even in your workplace, at home, wherever you find yourself. You know what this does? It also builds you as an individual. It also builds your confidence. Okay, whatever organization, whatever institution, wherever meetings, whatever it is, wherever you find yourself, I'm not saying be rude, I'm saying be assertive. Understand the situation, but also let the person know how you feel and stand up for yourself. If you have a partner right now who tramples on you, tramples on your feelings, doesn't even like regard them, you must stand up for yourself. If you have a manager, if you have a colleague, if you have a co-worker, whoever that is, a friend, whoever it is, your spouse, your girlfriend, your partner, whatever you want to call them, if you have someone right now who is taking you for granted, it's because of you first. And guess what? People treat you however they perceive you. That's the first thing. They treat you however they perceive you. Maybe that's not genuinely who you are. You have to show them who you are. You have to exactly stand up for yourself in situations, because what this does is it has a trickle effect where your confidence is boosted. You realize that, hey, like, I could actually be whatever I want to be. I could actually be a little more free. I could actually, be in a position to just determine how people treat me. I can take control of that. And what happens is that you end up treating other people the same way. You end up treating other people, when they tell you stuff, you end up taking it the same, because you understand where they are coming from. You're more assertive, you stand up for yourself, and that's a practice. Gentlemen, that's a practice you're putting in yourself. That's a character build. you're building yourself, you're building your character, and that's going to make you a lot more respectable. That's going to make you a lot more independent. That's going to make you somebody that, hey, everybody understands how you function. By actually investing in the things that I just talked about right now, by actually making them a part of you, you would end up being somebody who is not termed a nice guy. You will end up being someone who a girl doesn't just friend zone or put in a certain space, okay? Because women would get turned off by your niceness, bro. You can't be the nice guy. You can't be the nice guy. You can treat her well without being a nice guy. You can love her without being a nice guy. So that term of a nice guy, you don't want to fall into that category. I hope I've been able to share some things with you, some tips with you on this video on how you can invest in yourself more to build your self-confidence, and that trickles into you not being the guy that is called a nice guy. Go ahead, like and subscribe to the channel, and I will see more of you around. Thank you.